Well, part two of the early morning ramblings of a lunatic here. The zombie we were John C. Roseman, California, is barely alive, barely awake. Still the 27th of May, 2023 for a Saturday morning of 1:44 in the morning. I was talking about the zeros and ones again. I was talking about politics and how everything else is being correlated and in conjunction with each other these days. I don't know, just trying to deal and trying to cope with these things today is just becoming more and more of a nightmare. How the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with this shit? And quite honestly, I don't know. Do I care? Yeah, I do actually. First Amendment rights are always important to me. But what gets to me is when I'm starting to being manipulated left and right on how to think and how to feel. With so much of the advertising bots out there and the algorithms that corporations have put into their products, we are being programmed to believe more and more in what the people want us to believe in. Good Lord, Brave New World, Aldous Huxley would be having a field day over this. Zeros and ones be damned, and the Matrix be damned as well. I still want to think. I still want to be human. What do I still got to do? Watch the television show The Prisoner with Patrick McGowan in it? Back in the 60s, he was telling us about that kind of style, wasn't he? For one whole season, people fell in love with this damn thing. The bicycle with the large ass wheel in the front and the smaller wheel in the back and the canopy. The signal of the prisoner. You are number such and such. And who's number one? You will tell us everything we want. I am not a number, I'm a free man. We want information. Sounds familiar? And sometimes I wondered how come I watched so many and read so many damn books. I mean, watch television shows and movies, got comparisons in my heads going on left and right. And the zeros and ones are still trying to figure that shit out. Let it. Let it. Imagination runs wild, and if you let it run wild, you may discover you may run away with it. I wanted to. As a kid, I wanted to run away with my imagination. I wanted to run away, period. I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. I wanted to get away from reality and life itself. But I never had the chance or the opportunity. None of it ever happened. None of it. Of course, I could think about it from time to time. Kept a head full of imagination going on. Trying to deal with reality, but imagination was the thing I was trying to harvest more of. Because reality sucked. Reality was pain, was trouble, was trial, was tragedy, was a pain in the ass. People dying, people slowly dying without even realizing it. And then you see the after effects of it. That's no wonder I wanted to run away more and more. I couldn't deal with the pain of things I was being confronted, and the only way for me to deal with it is to slip into fantasy because reality sucked. You lose loved ones in reality. You lose yourself and actually die and come back to life. You're supposed to be normal. You don't even know what normal is. Hell, I tried to figure out what the hell normal was. I didn't know what normal was. Normal was basically complying and conforming, trying to be one of the people, trying to be one of them. The problem is, I didn't figure it out a long time ago that it was okay to be different. It was okay to be yourself. You didn't have to be complying all the damn time. You could think about, and you could act crazy if you wanted to, but people didn't like that. They still don't. They want conformity, compliance. You will be this way or otherwise. And we're seeing that more and more these days. Individuality being replaced by commonality and being replaced by a hell of a lot of anger and more subdivisions. Shit. While I say that, the thought of the God rest their souls, the group Rush with the song Subdivisions. Every time I kept thinking about the damn politics and the politicians and all the division and derision we got going on right now, I think about Russian subdivision. Go figure. And somehow appropriate too. I think about them from time to time because I'm reminded of how to look at life one way or another. Right now, we're just trying to deal, we're trying to cope, we're trying to function, we're trying something. We haven't quite identified what it was, what it is, and what it shall be. We get our algorithms, the zeros and ones, to figure this shit out. And it tells us what to do. Here's another point. Try this one. Science fiction show made in the British. The same team that made the Puppeteers that you enjoyed in the United States, that Great Britain enjoyed a great deal, the Supermarionation. Well, Anderson. Oh, good lord. Brain's freaking out again. Hang on. Give me a second. Put you on pause real fast. Okay, the married team of Gary and Sylvia Anderson. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, we were watching this stuff. We were watching super animation happening. We were watching puppets entertain us. And then they switched over to live action. They did UFO. And then the year after that, they did Space 1999 for 2 seasons. And after that, I don't know what the hell happened after that. But getting into the show of Space 1999, everything had to be dealt through the computer. Premise. In this particular alternate reality, mankind has been warring with each other and then finally decided not to war with each other again. Nuclear war was bad, but they still wanted to keep their nuclear power. They'll keep the power plants going. They'll try to make a paradise if they can, but in order to make it a paradise, you have to get rid of all that damn nuclear waste. Hence, why not the moon? Of course, you could put up a scientific research outpost on the moon, a permanent moon base Alpha. And you could use the nuclear-powered spaceships, the Eagles. A positive way of using nuclear energy and principles of it. And in order to control and keep people healthy and safe and functioning, they relied heavily on the computer. How would you like to have a computer monitoring you all the frickin' time all the day? These days, we actually have it. We do. It's called the AI bots. The zeros and ones out there. The ones that corporations would program into us so we can buy and get shit from everybody else. Or think like everybody else. Or be pissed off like everybody else. Or be. And in the future of Space 1999, they needed a computer for survival. They depended upon its vast calculations and computations to figure out certain things they can and can't do. Mostly it's a human will that usually wins the day in that episode. Of course, with tragedy. You always got a death here, and you always got to get death here. You got a death here, you got death here. I mean, God, I had over 300 people and wind up about 290 or 70 or something like that. Shit. They had a lot of people dying in it on Space 1999. Thanks a lot, computer. But they depended upon a machine for survival like crazy. But they still had to live by their wits while they were trying to find a new planet to live on and settle. If there was enough people to settle with anyway. So. But that being said, when you're dependent upon the machines all the damn time, and not your own damn stuff, well, social media, streaming, YouTube, Facebook, and all the other runs beforehand and afterhand. We're stuck in the zeros and ones right now as it is. Hell, we're worse than Tron. We're worse than the damn programs, apparently. Hell of a thing for me to talk about those films, too. If you've seen the films, maybe you've seen some of the analogies I was talking about. How would you like to be living in the zeros and ones realm as a program? Doing the thing that you're always doing all the damn time. Not able to be modifying your own damn program. You're just stuck with that. Yeah. Or how about you fight the system like crazy with the help of human ingenuity? But you're still stuck with it because you still got the zeros and ones to deal with. Scares the hell out of me these days. Zeros and ones are more in control than we ever thought of, or imagined or dreamed of. We have politics happening right now, but we have social media, we have the zeros and ones influencing us regarding the damn politics. I'm not saying fight the computers. Computers are necessary to a point, but beyond it, you still have to have human ingenuity. You still have to have humanity. You still have to have the human element, whatever that may be, that you can discover. Or where's compassion? Where's empathy? Where's love? Feelings? No, we're stuck with subdivisions. People still freaking, we need a wall, we need a wall, we need a wall, we need a wall. Shit. We need a wall. I like in my apartment. It may be oddly shaped, but it's still walled. I live in the realm of the zeros and ones a bit. I depend upon how much I've got left to use in order to get more things and more food to live on. Have the energy being provided. Have the water. But also the right and privilege to live under a roof. To gather materials to wear. New shoes, new clothing. Clean clothing. Is there room for a dog? Seriously, is there room for a dog in all of this? And with the zeros and ones, they've already picked up on me a long time ago. That's why on social media, basically Facebook, they're plastering me with so many of the damn grieving posts and pictures out there. It's driving me insane. I have to keep getting off of Facebook every so often because the damn algorithms are out to get me. That's not a conspiracy situation. That's my own damn observations going at nuts at this point. Of course, they probably think I'm going mad. I don't know what sanity is anymore. I think I lost track of that damn thing after my surgery. We didn't have computers back then. We had human ingenuity. We had human devices. And I wake up in a mad, 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 mad world. In the movie Mad, 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 Mad World, you had a guy who was telling people about this fortune under um, palm trees forming a big W in this park right along a beach. And a lot of people are involved in the damn thing. They want money, free money. They're willing to do anything and everything for it. And the police chief chasing this poor dead guy. He finally gets the damn thing, and he thinks he's going to get it all. And what happens? The town that he works for, in one particular spectacular accident, gets the damn money. And the chief, well, he gets to be having egg on his face. So much for retirement. He was going to be retiring with a hell of a lot of money. Now he can do whatever he wants because he's got money. But just the insanity of it all kind of reminds me of these days. What are we giving ourselves up for anyway? What are we delivering ourselves into? Madness? Insanity? Yeah, I talk about this kind of stuff because it's it's deep, it's philosophical, and it's observations, and it's reality check. It's no wonder sometimes we refer to dreams because they make more sense. We understand the reality of the dreams more and more than we understand about the reality that we're living through right now. The reality terrifies us. I hate to tell you something, but so does the dreams as well, especially when you have the nightmares from the outside infiltrating into the dreams. Now we got to deal with that. Now we got to deal with those. There are plenty of nightmares I dreamed up that I woke up and damn near screamed my head off. I couldn't deal with it. Tried being chased by snakes and by lobsters and crabs, basically crabs, and insects and falling over cliffs or being shot at. Oh yeah, the things I really don't like coming up to give me a good scare here and there. So how the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with that one? You may think I'm talking crazy at this point over here, but I'm talking this morning because this is what's going on in my head this morning. All these nice crazy thoughts. But if I happen to turn on the news or social media, I'm going to find I'm the sane one around here. And everybody else has lost it. Because we have to keep following the programming of the zeros and ones. Doesn't mean I'm going to be going out for a damn tattoo. Or an implant. No, I still got to live the life I still got to live with. I deal with it. But this is my ranting and raving this morning until my body and my brain are saying, enough. Put yourself back into bed. Get yourself taken care of. And you know what? I think I will. I think I had enough of this.